Welcome back to the Madden Ultimate Team Experience, episode number 32. I'm joined with Westman Y2K, the Animal 916, and Retro Yimmy. Hello, gentlemen. We are
What's up?
back again. Not a whole lot to cover tonight. Kind of a slow time in Mutt, but we do have some stuff to cover. And with that, I'll send it over to you, Wes.
Hey guys, quick episode tonight. Got on a timeline, so we're gonna knock it out lickety split. I wanted to start off. Your weekly ranked rewards drop tomorrow. I'm assuming you guys are all getting something. What are you getting? Who you taking? Give it to me, animal.
I've seen a lot of
seasons,
Oh shit!
ranked seasons,
What I
Ranked
say?
seasons.
ranked head to head.
Something
Well,
Well,
I mean,
it is
it is
head-to-head.
ranked. It is ranked head to head. That's actually pretty.
pretty accurate.
Yeah,
We knew what he meant.
yeah.
Yeah. We crashed.
Uh,
Anyway.
Um,
I thought we crashed. I'm sorry.
we're good. I'm going to be going with Ted Hendricks, and the reason why is the Sam and Will linebacker position are really, really thin at the moment. Outside of seasons cards like Greenlaw, and getting a player that's 6'7", which is you can't teach height. That's like the one of the speed and height can't teach those things. And then he gets all team chems. He'll kind of hold up I think in the Cowboys outside linebacker for months to come, hopefully. Especially with lurk artists. Not all players get lurk artists as well. So that's where I'm going.
Yimmy.
Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go with Benjamin St. Jude. He's like a 6'4" cornerback, something like that. So, running a Bills theme team, we're very thin at cornerback right now. The Sam and Will positions got filled in last week with Matt Milano and Cornelius Bennett, or aka Corn Biscuits, fresh out of the oven. And then we also got Tremaine Edmonds. Obviously, they're no 6'7" Ted Hendricks, but I'm still using the Patrick Surtain crystal card, and Aqib Talib, team captain, is my other corner. So we're kind of thin at cornerbacks right now for a Bills theme team at least. So yeah, the best move for me at this point is St. Juice. He was kind of like my early on prediction. The Bills theme team did not get much help since then. So yeah, that's who I'm gonna go with.
Swain.
I'm with Yimmy on that one. We have on my Bills theme team, I have Surtain at one side, and then who's the season corner we have?
Carlton Davis.
Yeah, Davis. And then obviously Saint will be the starter, but yeah, corners kind of weak for us. I feel like we're gonna get a trade any day now, but I don't think you can go wrong with a corner. I was really big on Hendricks for the user, but for whatever reason, the goddamn Bills theme team, we have so many freaking strong safeties, and that's a really good user is a good strong safety. Getting Tremaine, it was just like everything lined up. I hate missing the height. I agree with Animal having that Sam position. It's very weak as is, but I feel like the corner's going to play every single down, no matter what. Where I don't feel like I need a middle linebacker for my team. So yeah, the corner for me, and I'm super excited for it. I don't think you can go wrong with any three of them. Honestly, I don't think receiver is probably the best choice, but I say that, and then the receiver is going to be the one we all should have taken because he's going to have some weird fucking ability that we didn't know about, and we're all going to be missed out on it. But here we go. I'll take the corner.
Gotcha. I'm not taking anybody because I didn't play. Joke's on you guys. So wanted to talk about weekly spotlight tokens. I don't have that many because I haven't been doing my weekly spotlight stuff. But I know you guys have, and from what I gather, you really like the idea behind them. Animal, can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, I think it's the greatest addition to the game this year. You're able to get essentially any of the new cards that come out that's not unlimited for free. It's a B&D, of course, which is that's the thing in Madden the last couple of years. But for only 25 tokens, and right now, each week they allow you to get an additional 3 tokens of used training, multiple times per week. For Legend, for a collector set, it's like 1,300 training. And then you get there's a weekly split token pass each season, so you're getting an additional like 50 tokens in that. And then all the solos, if you're doing Legend solos, collector solos, you don't get an 80+ collector card, you get a weekly spotlight token. So like right now I have over 200 tokens essentially. So I've used like 3 on players, and I still have like 120 tokens. So I was able to get the Larry Allen when he came out. Instead of spending 500K, he's just on the team. And I have left guard locked down for the rest of the year. That new DRC that came out, that's going for 680,000 coins. Instead of spending way over what that costs, you could just get him D&D on your team. You've got a cornerback that could, that'll play cornerback 4 or safety for at least over a month, and it costs $0 just by playing the game.
Crazy.
I think it's the best edition that they've had in a very, very long time.
Swain, you got anything to add to that?
Not really. Just exactly what he said. I got a few players for free. Kind of stocking up on them. Are we gonna talk about the oh, what's the thing I do every week that I play my regular seasons and I play my the thing you're
solo
just doing?
seasons?
The solos.
Solo season tokens.
Solo seasons, yeah.
Those are the other ones. Those are the ones I'm building up on too. Yeah, it's incredible. You're not wrong, Animal. One of, if not the best thing in the game this year is that, and the solo season tokens. Incredible to get free cards, really good cards.
Yeah, you could have a really good competitive team by just playing the game. And the team captains, the season heroes. There's just a lot of really free cards that are usable that you get by just playing the game. So I mean, you can give EA credit, or get annoyed that it's $100 bundles and the crystals. We're all gonna probably end up spending another $300 in the next week or so. But yeah, in terms of free in-game content, there's so much. There's so much for no money spent guys out there.
Give me spotlight tokens, season
Yeah,
tokens.
Yeah, I can comment on both of those. So, yeah, the weekly spotlight token is definitely a W. They definitely they upped it from last year. So, traditional MUT, you would do a certain amount of solos, and you would get legend tokens, or you'd get team of the week tokens, or you would get AKA tokens, whatever like the program is. They were all separate, and sometimes you get into a situation where it's like, well, I don't want any of these players, but I have the tokens, so I have to spend them. Might as well get this guy, and like you may not end up using him. But with the weekly spotlight tokens, they are basically spread across all the weekly programs, the legends, team of the weeks, the collector series going on right now. So that's a huge W. You can use them on anything. There are limits to how many times you can redeem them, but they're super easy to get tokens. And I think throughout the year they're gonna keep increasing like how many you can actually collecting tokens. They're limiting it right now. At first, you could only redeem the step once, and then once overalls went up, you could actually do it twice. And I think you're going to see where you keep doing that. I've only cashed in one so far. That was for the James Cook Team of the Week. No regrets. I'm very happy with that card right now. There is the Team of the Year set that I have not redeemed yet. That's actually 65 of those tokens. But even still, after I do that, I'll still have 90 tokens left over, and that's another 3 free players that I can
Crazy.
pick at any point. There's actually been 3 times I could have taken Bill's legend cards. The Bills I think had maybe 4 legends all last year, and we're in week 7, and there's been 4 already. One being limited, 3 you could have easily redeemed with sets. And it's like, as soon as they show up Bruce Smith, if it's redeemable for the set, that's a no-brainer for me. I will be using for that. He's always plays on my team, and lot of longevity.
Hammer time.
Hammer time. As far as the solo seasons one goes, I wasn't big on these at first. I was playing through like the regular season. Once you play through, your 10 games, you go flawless. Then it's 2 playoffs, and then the Super Bowl. The playoffs and the Super Bowl are full games as opposed to half games. That's a little bit of a pain in the ass, but you get 4 of those tokens. I tried to do the run where you have to win 5 in a row, move up to tier 2, 5 in a row, tier 3, 5 in a row, tier 4, and the games got tougher as you went on because you'd be down in points. And I was talking to Swain earlier about this, and I'm like, yeah, I'm been at tier 3 for like a month. Why don't I play those games and see how it goes? And I don't know if they changed it or my team is just better now, but it was a lot easier than a month ago. CPU can actually fumbles all the time, so you can get a good amount of stick fumbles and recover those. So I have one more game to finish tonight in tier 4, and I'll have all those weekly tokens. So I'll be able to redeem another. And these are for program champions, if I'm not mistaken. So, I'm gonna probably save them for like most feared if there's like really good Bills player card that comes out. Redeem it then. It's a B&D. You need 2 of them to. Swain said he was saving them for Zero Chill probably have like redeem for 2 or 3 of players at that time. Like that's not the worst idea. I'm glad they carried over season. So yeah, a lot of good ways to get free players this year that maybe a lot of people don't know about, but this is it's really, really good the way that they did that this year.
I like it. I think it's a great addition as well. So Animal mentioned a minute ago that you guys might be dropping a bag next week on the game. Yimmy,
Tomorrow.
is it tomorrow? Crystal Players coming out. What are your thoughts on the Crystal Players, and what are your concerns with the program itself going forward as we get deeper into the year?
So my biggest issue with it is, first of all, I can't be spending that kind of money every month if they're going to be Crystal Players every month. And at the end of the year, am I really going to be running a Bills theme team when I just have 50 Crystal Players on it? Like, what kind of team is that then? Like, everyone's going to have the same players if everyone's going after these crystals. So I think at some point they do need to say, okay, we need to back off on this. We need to hold off. Now, when you look at it, the initial one that they did, it was pretty generic. As far as like the boost and everything like that, there was a speed boost that was good. If you look at this one, it actually shows hybrid offense, receiving, and rushing. So Swain, I think, tapped into this a little bit ago. That this looks like it's an offensive one. I know there's a obviously they have to throw a defensive player, just to balance things out. So I think the next one that we're going to get is going to be defensive one then. So you're looking at getting 2 defensive players, and they're going to boost more defensive stats than offensive ones. I know this one doesn't include speed, but excel is actually very important in the game. So is catching, jumping. There's a lot of good stuff that that will boost your theme team out there. A lot of good players. Again, we have to look at the bundle to see if it's got good return. Like last time, it was like 280, I think 270, 280 to get the bundle. I was able to keep all 3 of the cards and still made another, like, I think a little over 2 million in coins for it. So that's still a pretty good return considering what the players you get to keep. So if it's something similar to that, where the return value of the bundle is similar to that, that's a good amount of coins. So it's actually not the worst thing. But the biggest concern is, and I guess we'll find out how it works on Saquon Barkley. He was a season 1 Crystal player, so obviously he's part of the boost. Now, he's supposed to be getting a card on Thursday with the new Unreal Moments for his backwards hurdle thing or whatever. Now, his card right now is going for over 1 million coins. Are they all of a sudden going to say, here's this 89 card, Saquon Barkley, he was a Crystal player before, so he's now going to get those boosts? Now all of a sudden you're talking about a card that's out on the market that was going for 1 million is going to instantly drop down to maybe 80K, if that. It's going to tank hard. So I really feel like there's got to be some kind of solution with it. It's like they're going to have to find some kind of balance where you're able to have these players in your lineup at the same time. I feel like that's the only way it's going to be able to work. We'll find out Thursday what their plan is, but you have to have both of them in the lineup to have it work. That's my opinion, especially with cards getting upgraded going forward. Knock on wood, there's no Bills players in the. It's like if they were included in it, I wouldn't be able because boost. So I feel like, yeah, they got to do something. Maybe it's like a combination thing where it's like you old Crystal player to it, kind of like the old power up system, maybe something like that, but something has to be done with those Crystal players.
Yeah, it's not a great look when they're going to be putting out down the road. Say we've got like a 95 Aqib, or not Aqib Talib, Patrick Surtain, and I want him on my team. Can't put him on my team unless I lose the Crystal Chems. Kind of not great, and I don't see them ever changing it so you can have the same player in the lineup twice, but. Who knows? I don't know. Sway,
they have done that with out of position players, but this is a little bit different.
Yeah.
We haven't seen anybody. I mean, I know Barkley got the Lowe's card, whatever it was, but I'm starting to worry that the potential of a Barkley card coming out at some point. Let's say most feared Saquon Barkley, and he's a limited, but he also gets Crystal Chems, is what I'm worried of. And I know it sounds horrible for us, but honestly, it might not be the worst thing for if it is that way, because then you can use both cards. I hate the idea of us spending real money on these crystal cards and then them not being usable. So to piggyback on Yimmy, who's a Bills fan and we both are diehard Bills fans and run Bills themed teams. If they come out of the Bills player, it's like, well, fuck, we can't use him anymore. Yeah, cheers, baby. But I mean, that's I don't know. I don't have any fucking idea what they're gonna do. What I do know is Mutt Leaks didn't tweet anything out about the add-on of crystals. But if we start seeing a team in 3-4 months where you have 9 or 12 crystal players on your team, we're playing a different game. We're not playing the Madden.
We're
We're
losing the
losing
vision.
it. It's gonna get stupid. I think that it to some degree, the crystal players that came out, it almost seemed like they did this 3-4 months early. It's like, wait a minute, we get a +1 speed this early on. What's next?
That's why Saquon Barkley was 1.8 million as of like 2 days ago. He's down to like 1.2 just because people don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and people are scared of it. But yeah, it's we've never seen a program like this. I'm curious to see where they take from here.
And we'll have a better idea too, because in the Unreal Moments that's coming out on Thursday, there's a Saquon Barkley. So we'll have a better idea of what's going to happen with your future Micah Parsons, Fred Warner's, Jamar Gibbs's, etc.
Yeah,
very
all
interesting.
those guys. Yeah, I was saying even for you with getting Micah Parsons, like what are you going to do later on if he gets like some kind of like 95 overall that you use? It's like
can't use them. I gotta have the crystal version, so I get the +1 speed. I'm not losing my +1 speed.
Yeah. I actually just thought about the whole like power up system. Like maybe they're because they did a little bit of that last year, I think. Because there was that Emmitt Smith card that got those boosts, and it was like I think like a 95 or 96 Emmitt Smith that got boosts, and then he was a season player eventually, and you were able to put that 96 into that card to get those boosts. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That is correct. No, that's 100% correct.
So I think that would be probably a viable solution then for the crystal players is that you can get this 89 Saquon Barkley on Thursday, and you can put that crystal player into that one, and it'll power it up. Yeah,
that's actually I didn't even think about that. That's a really good.
I just popped in my head as we're talking about it, so I feel like that's like probably the best solution.
If I was in charge at EA and it was my thing to the program, what I would do is you have your +1 speed, the one that came out first. This next one's obviously offense. The next one's defense. The next month after that, you just implement a new card that gets +1 speed. 3 new crystal players. You can use these ones or the new ones. Everyone's going to want the new ones. Business standpoint, that'd probably be the best idea. I hope that they don't do it because it's going to fuck everybody up. It's going to be a lot of money.
Eventually, you're going to run out of positions too. Luckily, the players that you can use right now, there's multiple spots for them. I mean, Micah Parsons is like the only one. Like right now, like there's Jahmyr Gibbs limited. That's 2 running backs that are crystal players right there. So
can I
run into problems later on? Fred Warner's a linebacker. There's 4 spots for him. Nico spots for him, but like eventually, it's a problem.
Yeah, like
a very odd question before we move on to crystals. Why is Barkley expensive and Parsons is not? Any idea? If you don't have one, it's fine. I don't. I have no fucking idea.
I honestly don't.
Doesn't make any sense.
That Barkley card is actually still very, very good in your lineup.
I don't know why. I don't know why.
Barkley cost an extra 100 to get, so probably more people bought the first couple steps of the crystal and got the Parsons.
There it is. There it is. Okay. That's it. Gotcha.
So I kind of wanted to take a quick pivot. When we're here, we usually, we're having in-depth discussions about programs and basically how to help people maximize the time that they spend on the game, what kind of decisions they should or maybe shouldn't make. But I wanted to talk about, somebody brought up, people might watch us for that, but who do you guys watch? And I'll start with Animal. Who do you guys watch to actually get better at the game? What kind of content creators are you guys watching when you're curious about, what can I do to get better playing the game?
Yeah, and there's actually a lot you can do when you're watching somebody. So like, when you watch Yimmy at night, or Swain when he's playing, I actually learn from them. I learn when I watch my friends and see a lot of like I'll like that level sail play you guys run and to perfection. I implement that in my team. Like, okay, he's slanting the inside guy. Okay, I see what he's doing. So like if when you're watching, especially someone you're close with, if you ask a big content creator, they're not gonna answer your question. Like, oh, what's the adjustment you do there? They don't give a fuck. They're gonna answer your question. But like if you ask, if you're close to somebody that's playing, there it is right there. Speak of the devil. If you see them running a play often, and I had somebody like the other day, I'd accidentally found a weird glitch that it's an auto motion on the running back, but if you audible him or if you hot route him from a certain hash mark, it does it the other side. So like you can do a running back flat, and if it's on the right hash mark, it'll actually go to the left side. So somebody asked me that, and we went to practice one and figured out all the stuff about it, and I wouldn't have figured out what causes it if somebody didn't ask me and we didn't go into it. So ask your friends. But in terms of like actual content creators and stuff, Civil, Master Civ, who does like Civil.g, he's really, really, really incredible. He does a lot. He does a lot of like the college football stream stuff, and he's really good at explaining things on why and how. He posts free stuff to his Twitter, in terms of like, oh, this is a really good defense, and here's why. I think he's incredible, and obviously, me and Yemi love Zan, so I'll let Amy cover that. But yeah, I think Civil is a great resource. Free to, I mean, he does have a paid site, but on his Twitter, it's free. His streaming is free, and he's really, really good at explaining the game, why things happen, how things happen, and I think he's just a really, really good asset in the community.
Yemi?
Yeah, piggybacking off of that, yeah, Zan Madden is my absolute favorite go-tos for that. For YouTube content they puts out there, he does have his gridiron game, goes a little bit more in on what he's doing, but he doesn't run the meta nonsense that you're always running into. If anything, he's showing you ways to counter said metas. He's like, okay, everyone's running this on defense. Here's how you counter it. Everyone's running this on offense. Here's how you counter it. So he's giving you ideas out there, and a lot of the stuff that he's doing, he doesn't say to do these exact things. He gives you ideas on how to stop things. So basically, giving you the tools to think outside the box a little bit and be able to freestyle a little bit when you're facing something. He's like, try this route, try that one. Sometimes you can catch him doing this, and like yeah, when you watch him play, I know he's in bunch tight end, a lot of people are right now, but like he does so many unique things with his route combos that others may not think of, and or I don't even see running. So yeah, he's just always very insightful with all that stuff. Great source of information. My other go-to is Colt 45 and the lab part team. Now, Cole comes up with the good offensive schemes, good defensive schemes, but one of the things he does very in depth is he looks at how abilities work in the game and how certain attributes and stats work in the game. He'll find something like, hey, if you guy with this trait that's like super high, they're going to play a lot better than this one. Like he was one of the if you have an offensive lineman that has under 10 or it has like 10 block shed, like they're going to block a lot better for you than somebody else that has a high block shed. And it's like, why would you think of block shed on offensive lineman? And he's the one running tests on it. Like he'll put it up to like 99 and get torched. He'll put it at 10 and they're stopping everybody that's coming in their way. So he's always looking at different strategy items that you can use, and just different combination of ability. Deb, yeah, he's a whiz with stuff like that. Like I don't know where he gets these ideas, but like yeah, Colt he's a mad scientist.
He's a madman, yeah.
Stuff like that. Yeah, he's a mad scientist when it comes with stats for sure.
Gotcha. Swain, who are you watching?
I really don't. I mean, I know it sounds funny to say visual because it's streaming, but I like to have conversations. So I know Animal and I have labbed a little bit, but I've watched him. His passing game is there's a certain amount of passing game you have to have. I can't pass the way he does, but a few of my friends,
really good at accuracy.
Yemi and I run the same playbook, so sometimes I'll see Yemi run a play, mainly in Discord, but I'll be like, hey, what was that? Show me how you did that. Or I watch Animal and I try to kind of get a different play that when he runs. But yeah, I can tell you of the thousands, not hundreds, thousands of hours I've spent watching streams. I rarely watch people's gameplay. I'm there to see them, enjoy them, hear them talk, communicate with them, communicate with their chat, their community. But a lot of times if I'm playing online and it's not so much this year or the last couple of years, but in years past, I'd play Madden and I just randomly match with somebody and go, fuck, man, this guy's really good. What is he doing? And try to see what he's doing. And I've even had games where I've lost people. I send a message like, what was that offense? And most people are very, very proud to tell you, like, yeah, this is what I run. This is what I run. This is how I run it. This is what I'm doing. The guy that I told right away, I said, hey, this is my last game. If I get this game, was a hero or champion, whatever his champion. And he said, oh, I'll play, but I'll give you the win no matter what. I was like, oh, that you don't have to do that, but that'd be awesome. Whatever. We started playing, and he was in the Lions offense. He was fucking good. His defense wasn't as good, but his offense, I couldn't stop it. I could not stop it. So those are the kind of games I go, well, what are you running? How are you running it? What's your concept? And his concept was he had a very simple drag low, and he had a little bit more of a 5 and N going up above, and you couldn't cover both. And my God, if you start adjusting to the outside, that's when he threw deep middle on you. So that was his whole offense. His whole offense was, and it's not new, but it was attack the user, but in a different way. A lot of people attack user. It's like, I'm going to throw left or right. His is like, fuck that. I'm throwing right in the middle. And if you chase one or the other, I'm going deep. It's like, I've never thought of that.
Yeah.
So I don't necessarily watch anybody. YouTube with my ADD, give me 30 seconds on a YouTube video. I'm already lost focus. But yeah, streaming a lot of times it's just like, man, I'll give you an example. I'm telling you right now, you go watch Animal play offense and watch him throw the ball and try to copy it. You're not going to have success. You're just not the way he does it. He throws passes that I'm not comfortable making.
I was saying that the other day. We have a very similar play, and I'm like, how are you getting that throw there? Like it's getting picked off every single time for me, or I'm not even trying it because it's open, and he's getting it and he's catching it. Like his placement and accuracy passing is like chef's kiss. Bravo, Animal. Well done.
Brings up kind of an interesting point. You guys seem like you're hanging out in Discord, kind of labbing it up a little bit. How do you guys like practice at the game as far as, labbing? How do you learn new plays, test out abilities, learn new playbooks? Do you guys ever get in lab with anybody?
I think a good time to do it, and it sounds silly, but when you're going through all of these things, like I had to get my solo seasons done today because I was on vacation, and I got all 13 games done in about 4 hours, and I was goofing off some of the time. Instead of just running level sales the entire time, which we all tend to do, start diving in the playbook there. Yeah, it's against the computer, but you can still get some ideas on concepts of like, man, this works really, really well. And honestly, if you get into a game against somebody online and they're running one defense the entire time, instead of going, well, this is a cheap defense, I can't do anything against it. Start trying plays you've never run before. Who gives a shit? You're down 21 or you're down 14 and you feel like, yeah,
if you can learn something.
time to start going, okay, well, let me try something new. And that's how I don't have a lot, but I have some plays. I feel like a lot of the games I lose on Madden is because I get stuck in my deep passes. I get stuck. I'm down 7. I'm going to score right away. If I score quick, he may quit. I'm up 7. If I get the ball back and I score quick, he may quit. And realistically, like the worst game to play in is somebody you can't stop that's getting 3 to 5 yards every single play. Is going to be a lot worse than playing somebody who just throws 80-yard passes the entire time. Get outside your playbook comfort zone. Try something new. It's amazing. You'll pick up plays here and there.
100%.
Yeah. Anybody got anything to add to that?
Yep. Hop into practice mode. Try things out. Swapping abilities. Honestly, for me, I like even Corn Biscuit over the weekend. I was going into head-to-head game and I was trying out abilities. Edge threat didn't really work on him. So I tried double or nothing. I tried a combination of double or nothing, extra credit, and unpredictable, and that wasn't doing anything. And then I just hopped in doing double or nothing and extra credit, and he was shedding like crazy. It's like, okay, so unpredictable is bad for him all of a sudden, and edge threat doesn't really work for him. I have Von Miller on my team. Edge threat works great with him. So sometimes in game it helps a little bit better, but yeah, like sometimes you just run players that are better than you, like you run one thing, they know how to stop it. But yeah, like I like testing out abilities in actual, but sometimes hopping into practice mode helps too. You can see, how your defense is reacting to your offense too. So yeah, practice mode is always a good way to go. I usually don't do too much labbing when I'm in like solo battles. It's for me when I play those, it's like get me in, get me out. Just like I always want these to be done. But yeah, head to head and practice mode are definitely my go-tos.
Animal.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I love the idea of in a game where you're losing, and somebody's just running a zero blitz. You're like, I can't do anything. All the stuff I'm doing is not working. I'm down 21-0. You can actually get something out of a loss instead of just being frustrated and be like, well, this fucking sucks. You could actually be like, well, let me try this. Let me slide to the left. Let me half slide. Let me try and base slide. Let me try and block our wide receiver. Let me try a different formation. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating in your asking. Nobody likes doing it. But if you could walk away from a loss and still get something out of it, that's a win.
Yep.
I know Swain early in the year was fucking labbing kicks. He's labbing special teams. I don't know if you guys noticed or not, but you could actually lab
Onside kicks,
kickoffs and onsides and shit. And in early games, Swain had the most glitchy kickoff that you would get the ball half the time. Onside kick, you'd get it 80% of the time. And that's from labbing. That's from going into practice mode and just trying shit out. If there's ways to get better at the game. People want to complain about being stagnant, like, oh, I wish I knew how to get better. You can get better on your own, just practicing. If you run against somebody that's running just zero blitzes, when you're in practice mode, you get to choose the defensive play. So you could just have, if you're running against dollar, just do a dollar blitz where they're sending 7 and it's one-on-one coverage, and then get used to trying what routes are quickly winning against a man coverage like that. That's how I get better at man is, okay, well, I can't beat this, so let me try and run in practice mode what I was seeing. And I've gotten a lot better at beating man just by running plays that are a little out of my comfort zone. They're not in the 10 plays I usually run. I can I have this one formation I can go to, and this will kind of maybe get open here or there. So yeah, practice, guys. Get in your lab, however you lab. There's no wrong way to lab. People want to give you you got to lab this way. No, lab however is best for you. Whether it's in solo modes when you're playing the computer, or whether it's in practice mode, or whether it's live labbing. There's 1,000 ways to do it, but never, you can always get better at the game. Anybody can get better than anytime.
Yeah,
I feel like most of us probably played high school football, and I know Animal played some college. I played a little bit of college. It wasn't for me. I got hit a couple times. I'm like, fuck this, I'm done. What did we do every week after games? What was the first thing you do? Right after the games are done, what do you do?
playbook.
You're going playbook, but you're watching plays. You're watching game film. You're in there watching film. How did you play? What did I do wrong? What can I improve on? What can I do this? How many people out there go and record some of your 1 hour? I know on PlayStation you record an entire time you're streaming, but not live, but you can literally record your gameplay multiple hours or hour, 30 minutes, 10 minutes, 2 minutes. I've had multiple games where I've recorded it and gone back because it's amazing to me that you see a play. We often record or see like, oh, that fucked up. But you go back, and if you're not watching how you're actually running your offense or your defense or your user, or watching how your opponent is having success on you, you're never going to learn. You can go all over YouTube and all over Twitch and talk to your friends and hang out in Discords and whatever and see how people are running things. Animal and I could get done with this, and he could spend, well, not tonight because I'm old and it's almost bedtime, but we could actually spend an hour in labbing, and he could be like, this is how I run my offense. That's great. It'd be better suited for me to be like, to watch Animal and go, okay, well, I'm not comfortable with some of these cross plays he's doing, but I'm good with this. And then focusing on that end of it and picking up a few cues that might help your offense rather than trying to run Animal's offense. He's really, really good at it. Same thing with defense. I may make adjustments that some people, I tell friends, I'm like, do this. And sometimes my adjustments pre-player, 20, 30 buttons I press. I'm not kidding. And it's not suitable for everybody, but going back and watching that game film, and you're like, oh my God, I'm not as open on this play as I thought I was. I'm always looking at this side of the field in this play when reality is the drag's here. And realistically, the first person you should be looking at in most plays is the short, not the deep. That's the reality. We always want to throw deep downfield. When we're running the ball,
yep.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. When you're running the ball, if you're hitting R2, as soon as you get handed off, you're trying to cut through the A or the B gap or the C gap without even seeing what the offense. I've had games online I'm noticing, and I haven't perfected it yet, but I feel like getting the ball and moving slowly and then running. I've never seen that in Madden, but honestly, you'll have more success with it. So I would recommend anybody out there, if you want to lab, you go to practice mode, do all that. It's great. Play a couple online head-to-head games, especially ones you struggle in, not the ones that are easy, the ones that are challenging, the ones that are tough, the close ones. Go back and watch your game film and be like, man, did I make the right reads here? And it's crazy. You'll pick up. You're like, oh my God, I didn't notice this defense. This one defense this guy was running. All I had to do was this one play that I had. Put that in your brain. Stop running fucking smash every place, Swain. Stop running level sales every time it's 3rd and short. He's probably going to know it's coming. And try to think, you know what? Instead of running level sales on short after I've done it 3 times in a row, what's a good counter to that? Let me go back and watch this game film. Come up with it. Have a scheme, have a mindset, have a plan. What was it?
I love this.
I was giggling when you mentioned your smash play, and then you said level sales. It's like, oh, because I do that.
That's half. It's half my offense.
I feel attacked.
All right, guys. Well, that's all I got for tonight. So if you all have anything to discuss now, last call. And if not, Swain, take us home.
No, I think it's been another great week. We were going to do a short one tonight. The only other thing I want to leave with, and then we can touch on this next week. I am genuinely concerned about the auction, the market right now in EA. The prices of cards are just fucking outrageous. I don't know. I don't think it's going to get any better for us. I think we desperately need, and I don't want to see a glitch. I think we need a way to earn coins, and maybe most feared, there's a reroll method where if you spend an hour of your time, you're going to get 100,000 coins an hour, and if that's what we need to do to earn some coins, we can get a lucky reroll. I'm going to show this quick for the YouTubes out there. These are some of the newer cards that are in the game. 3 million, 3 million, 2 million, 2 million, almost 2 million, over 2 million, 1.5, almost 2 million, over 2 million, 2.6, 900K. This is the cheapest one, 600K. Imagine paying for Unlimited that's came out, a week ago?
A week ago. Mm-hmm.
Taylor Rapp just came out today, 1.5, 900K. You can't build a theme team on this game. The cards you want to run. These aren't even like, some of these cards aren't even that great. We're in the non-limiteds now. The non-limiteds are 640,000.
Or you could
400,000.
use 25 weekly spotlights and get them free.
Spotlights. Sure.
Travis Kelce, $1 million, another $1 million. These cards are 88 overalls. I'm a little concerned about it. And again, we can cover on this later. The only other last thing I'd say is if you have 88 limiteds, I'm testing a theory. I'm fairly confident that next week we're getting 88 limited reduxes. So if you have an 88, Yimmy and I will shake our heads. We're not selling Josh Allen, but we probably should sell Josh Allen and wait a week. But if you have an
see what Case
expensive,
Keenum looks like on Thursday, but okay.
It's not Josh Allen. I can't do it personally, but it's just a heads up. 88 limited. You may look and see if it's worth getting rid of for a week. Other than that, thank you guys for being here as always. We appreciate you. We're gonna keep doing this week in and week out. Next week's gonna be a lot more to cover. But thank you for being here. Thank you, Football with Numbers. He came by stream tonight. Talked about being a Cowboys fan. Love that. We'll work on your name. Thank you for the people that are making the comments that are talking about it after the fact, before the fact. And we'll see you guys next week.
Take care, guys.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Love you guys.
Are we ready, Wes?
Yep.
All right. Welcome back to the fuck my mother.
Okay, go.